I mean, some truthful advice from a 34-year-old turning 34 tomorrow to the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old today. Call it some birthday advice from a 34-year-old. And sorry to say, but luck is not on your side. Luck is not on your side. You need luck and you need to be born lucky. What does born lucky mean? If you want to be an athlete, you need to fucking be 6'6". Look at the NFL. I'm watching tennis for fuck's sake. Tennis. Look at swimming. Look at track and field. Look at basketball. Basketball. Look at soccer. Look at hockey. Look at baseball. Baseball for fuck's sake. Baseball. A ball and a glove. And you gotta be 6'6" to play that sport as well. I mean, sure, you can always say every time there's a fucking 5'11" or a 5'10" guy that shows up, they always go, oh, this guy is very dedicated. 5'10", he was overlooked by his coaches, but he's proof that anyone can make it. Anyone can make it. Yeah, for that one 5'10" black kid, there are 30,000 6'10" black kids in the professional leagues. So for that one fucking 5'10" guy, there are 30 to 40,000 players over 6 feet. No matter how good you are. And why am I telling you this? Because I'm 34 years old and I have a lifetime of experience. I trained my whole life. I was good. I was dedicated. I got 30 most dedicated trophies. I hustled. When I was a kid, I ran 30 fucking laps around my block. The grandpa sitting on their porch, enjoying the sunset, couldn't believe it. They were like, you are insane. How many laps have you ran around this block? And I'm like, 27. So I was 12 years old, running 30 laps around the block. I was going to the gym. Everywhere I had a ball. Soccer, hockey, basketball, baseball, bicycle. I was playing sports like cocaine. Not cocaine because it's healthy. It's passion. I was passionate about sports. All I did was play sports. And then I never got selected as a child because I was not 6 foot tall. Never got scouted in my youth, in my teenage years, because I wasn't the coach's son. And the coaches fucking suck balls and ass. So the coaches suck ass. And then in my professional years, in my 20s, I was not selected. Why was I not selected? Once again, not tall and not super skillful. Now, what does that mean? I was better than everybody else, but I relied on hitting. I relied on passion. I relied on hard work and effort. I relied on positioning. I relied on foundational principles. I didn't just stick handle like a fairy tale butterfly through the whole crowd and score a goal. It's what they look for when you're a child. Whoever can stick handle like a fairy tale, like a fairy butterfly, or in your 20s, whoever can stick handle like a fairy tale butterfly. And it does. I went to the tryout. I went to the varsity Canadian tryout, which is top quality in the world. It's top quality in the world. I played with a team after their practice. I hit them, knocked them on their asses, skated the puck up and down, carried the puck up and down the rink, dumped it in, chased, forechecked, back checked, stole the puck on a back check. So, I played with passion and heart. The most I've ever done in my life at that level. And the coach sits me down. The coach was like 450-pound middle-aged man, classic hockey coach. Looked like a Portuguese guy or an Italian. Sits me down in his office and goes, find a good junior B team. Junior B. That's Junior B. So Junior B is skating the puck up, 40 feet in a varsity tryout, dumping it in, forechecking, knocking the fucking varsity player on his asshole, skating back check, catching up to the varsity athlete, stealing the puck off of him. Center ice hit, me being 5'5", I think I was 5'4" at the time. So varsity athlete, 6'4" guy, skating the puck up the center of the ice, and I truck stick him. Center ice hit, clean hit, onto his fucking ass. Center ice, me being 5'4". That belongs in Junior B. There is just no place for that kind of player on our team. Don't even give him an opportunity. He's first year. He's got a full 4 years of development ahead of him. He's 18 years old. Don't even give him an opportunity. Do not give him an opportunity. Send him to Junior B. Not even Junior A, but Junior B. As an 18-year-old, knocking our players, killing them on the ice, left, right, and center at 5'4". So, as you can see, I'm not lucky. I had passion, worked out my entire life, played in the backyard, played at the school rink. It's free to play. Community hours. Train. Joined the youth teams, whatever my parents could afford and wherever I was accepted. Played in the youth system, hockey and soccer and baseball. But in the end, I'm 5'4". I don't have the tens of thousands of dollars for my parents to buy me the equipment and send me to all the best coaching schools, individual lessons. Neither is my dad a retired athlete and will rent ice for me one-on-one time and go through drills and training me one-on-one privately. So, if you don't pay tens of thousands of dollars, like to become a tennis player costs hundreds of thousands, I think $1 million. It was $1 million. To become a tennis player, it costs $1 million to become a tennis player. Plus, you got to be 6'6". So, that's luck. If you're not paying tens of thousands of dollars for coaching, you are not going to be selected at an early age, because before they're born, some fucking truck driving, igloo living, boot wearing, plaid leather jacket, mustache beer drinking man set aside $100,000 to train his kid to play hockey. And he's going to hockey schools at 3, 4, 5 years old. So he's gonna know how to stick handle. Even though he might be gay, he's still gonna know how to stick handle and shoot and do crossovers. So naturally, he's gonna get selected to AAA. And from then on out, for the next 15 years, he's gonna play AAA and pay more tens of thousands of dollars for the private clinics. And that's who's gonna go to the NHL. Even though there's probably some AA kid, like a Nikola Mladenovic, who will probably lace him up center ice, being 5'4", and give him a concussion at center ice. But they're not going to select the Nikola Mladenovic because he is just a 5'4" poor kid. And what they really want is the 6'6" guy who can do crossovers, stick handles, and shoot. So, and they end up playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs, who every year in the playoffs are too pussy to even step out onto the arena, and too pussy to play the game, and always lose. Always. We haven't won in 40 years. So and we got the best stick handlers and shooters in the game. We do. We got the number one guy who scores the most goals in the NHL, Austin Matthews. We got the number one stick handler, dipsy doodler, playmaker, Mitch Marner. And we got another speedster crossover dipsy doodle shooter, William Nylander. We got the three best dipsy doodling shooters, scorers, playmakers on our top line. That's three forwards, that's one line, and we got that in the NHL. No one else has that or is even close. But the only problem is they have pussy syndrome. So with pussy syndrome, we never make it out of the first round. We don't make it out of the first round. But that's what I'm telling you. Life is not fair because we can also apply it to other things. I trained my whole life believing I could become an athlete. Not only did I believe it, but I played every single fucking day. Every single fucking day. Hours and hours. And I probably spent my whole life. It was my whole life. Millions of hours. Not hundreds of thousands, but millions. Millions of hours. Playing, training, going to the gym. Playing recreational. Playing in the club leagues. Anywhere I just played all the time. Trained. Millions of hours. Believing I could be a professional athlete. Was not the case. Was not the case. But you can also apply it to other things. Like I also played video games a lot. The same video games. I was the best at video games ever since I was 6 years old. 6 years old. And I played video games up until my 20s. But I can't become a professional video game player. You got to have the connections. You got to, once again, get the highest score. You got to get the highest score. Even though in a professional setting, it's not the highest score that is going to be the most successful and win the most games. It's the most tactical. It's the most skillful. It's the most intelligent. It's video games. It's mind games. It's intelligence. But you're not going to be even selected if you don't just shoot the most people and kill the most zombies. So, once again, that's another sport where you cannot become professional unless you're very lucky. You can't do it. So, cannot become an athlete, cannot become a video game player, esports player. What else is there? Engineering. How do you become an engineer? You need to pay $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 in tuition. So if you fork over $60,000 worth of tuition, you will become an engineer. And that's the dream you should have. That's the dream you should have. $60,000. How do you become a porn star? There's another profession, a porn star. Just having a big dick. Unless your dick is the biggest in the country, out of 300 million people, you have the biggest dick. You're not going to become a porn star. You can make, if you're a guy, you're not going to become a porn star. Now, if you're a girl, you'll have high success rate. You'll have a high success rate as a female, especially if you have an Instagram following. So first you make an Instagram account, then you make a YouTube channel, and then with those followers, you make an OnlyFans page. You got tens of millions of dollars right there. You got tens of millions of dollars. But a guy can't do that. A guy will have even difficulty making an Instagram page or a YouTube page. Look at me. I made 100 guitar videos. Couldn't get past 10 views in my late 20s. Couldn't get past 10 views. What am I supposed to do? I need to pay rent. I need to pay food. I need to make a living. I cannot spend 10 years making 100 guitar videos and get 10 views. I got 200 pictures on my Instagram. 200 pictures. Girls with 80 pictures have hundreds of thousands of followers because they're girls. But as a guy, I got 200 pictures with filters, with guitars, with cats, with dogs, with pets, with boats, with cottages, with lakeside fires, with traveling, with food, with culture, architecture, with family, with friends. I got 200 photos filtered. Couldn't get past 100 followers. 100 followers couldn't get past. So the truth is you got to be lucky. I don't know what the fuck that luck is, but you literally got it. It's out of your hands. It's out of your hands. You need to be struck by lightning. Lucky. To be successful in anything that does not require a college degree. That does not require a college degree. For the other 99.99999% of us that don't live in Pakistan or Nigeria or Cambodia, that live in a Western developed nation, 99.99999% of us will only find success with a college degree. If at that. And then we got Uber and McDonald's and Walmart. So we got Walmart or Target, Uber and McDonald's or Starbucks. Or if we're lucky, just a little bit lucky, we can use our college degree. But to become an athlete, to become a musician, to become a YouTube sensation, unless you're a bitch, to become a porn star, you got to be struck by lightning. To become a video game player, you got to be struck by lightning. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is your best bet is to get a college degree and try to find work through the job market. Sorry.